15 years old, on the violin, and James Frank, who is also 15, plays the viola, and Dylan Rank is 17 and plays the cello.
So what we're going to be playing first tonight is Divertimento in D major by Mozart, which was composed in Salzburg in 1772. We're going to be playing all three movements, which first is Allegro, Andante, and Presto. And please enjoy the program.
Our next piece will be Salute d'Amour, written by Sir Edward William Elgar. He wrote this as an engagement present for his fiancée. Salute d'Amour is one of Elgar's best-known works and has inspired numerous arrangements for varying instrumental combinations, including the one we'll be playing, by Roman Sofruta.
final piece for the night is Joseph Haydn's Quartet number 43 in G major. We'll be playing the first movement, which is called Allegro con brio, which is Italian for very fast.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to our friends at Mainly Mozart. That was absolutely fantastic. Starry Starry Night is going to get ready to start in just about 10 minutes. So go refill your drink and get ready to bid on some fabulous live auction prizes. Don't forget, if you would, take a picture of where you are and make sure you hashtag using hashtag lighting the way. We'd love to see all of you celebrating at home. Our event starts in just about 10 minutes, and we are so excited to see each and every one of you virtually for Starry Starry Night.
Welcome to the 2020 Voices for Children Starry Starry Night Virtual Gala. #Lighting the Way. We are the San Diego Children's Choir and are honored to be here tonight to kick off this important program. Please enjoy our special performance of You Will Be Found from the musical Dear Evan Hansen, dedicated to our community's children in foster care.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away. Maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand. And someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you reach up and you rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will be found. You will
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us for a truly unique Starry Starry Night. Even though we're not together in person, we're still united in our vision to provide a better future for the children in our community who have experienced abuse and neglect. My name is Annalise Sketz, and I'm the chair of the Board of Directors at Voices for Children. I am honored to welcome you to the 2020 Starry Starry Night. This is a milestone for Voices for Children, which is celebrating 40 years of service to children in San Diego County. And the support you provide tonight will help to ensure children in our community continue to have a voice through the work of court-appointed special advocate volunteers, known as CASAs. A bit of housekeeping before we get going. If you need any technical assistance throughout the evening, please call the number on your screen or email starrystarrynight@speakupnow.org. We have planned an exciting evening. In a few minutes, we will celebrate our CASA of the Year, an extraordinary individual, and you are not going to want to miss this year's live auction. Following the auction, you will hear the story of one of our children in foster care whose life was forever changed on Christmas Eve 3 years ago. Finally, we'll close out the evening with a chance for you to transform the life of a vulnerable child by virtually raising your paddle. As you will see tonight, the true gift of a CASA is that a foster child, usually for the first time, has a caring, consistent adult in their life, an ally in the tumultuous world they've been thrown into, who listens to them, believes in them, and gives them a sense of hope. We are talking about a volunteer experience like no other. These CASAs are changing the fabric of our community by having a lasting impact on these kids and how they see themselves and how they will go into the world to interact with the rest of us. So on behalf of the board, thank you for joining us. I hope you are inspired tonight. I hope that many of you are inspired to give generously, that some of you will consider volunteering as a CASA yourself, and that tonight, through the stories in the program, I hope that all of us will see these kids who live right here in our community. They are our neighbors. They are classmates of our sons and daughters. They are the children we see at the park. They are our community's kids. In many ways, they are no different from the kiddo at your dinner table or your grandbabies toddling around the house. They want the exact same things. They want to be safe, they want stability, and they want love. They need us, and they need you. I hope you see them, and I hope you see that you have an opportunity to change a life tonight. Have a great evening, and thank you again for tuning in.
Welcome to Starry Starry Night. I'm Kelly Douglas, the President and CEO of Voices for Children. We're so glad that you chose to join us tonight. We hope that you will be inspired by our CASAs, our staff, and our supporters, all of whom have stepped up in remarkable ways to make a difference in the lives of San Diego's children in foster care. These are trying times for everyone. The global pandemic has forced all of us to examine what is truly important in our lives. Now more than ever, we see how critical human connection and caring relationships are to a person's well-being. This is especially true for children in foster care. When children are removed from their homes because they've been abused, neglected, or abandoned, they enter the foster care system, and their world suddenly includes court hearings, new homes, new schools, and separation from their siblings and family. The stresses created by COVID-19 have only exacerbated their challenges. In the midst of all this change, children have an incredible amount of resilience and strength. No matter how resilient these children may be, research shows that having a secure and consistent adult relationship is critical to helping a child overcome trauma. Someone who's in their corner, who sees their gifts, who's consistently present, and who will stick with them through the ups and downs of the most difficult period in their young life. And that's where a volunteer court-appointed special advocate, a CASA, steps in. For many children in foster care, that secure and consistent relationship is with their CASA. At Voices for Children, our mission is to transform the lives of abused and neglected children by providing a CASA to every child in foster care who needs one. After intensive training and being sworn in as an officer of the court, a CASA is matched with one child or sibling set in foster care. The CASA spends time with the child and gets to know them. The CASA also interacts with caregivers, teachers, therapists, biological parents, social workers, attorneys, and others in order to better understand the child's needs. The CASA then takes that information and advocates on the child's behalf in court, in schools, and in the community to ensure their needs are met and their voice is heard. Since our work began 40 years ago, Voices for Children has trained and supported thousands of CASAs. We're pleased you can be with us tonight to see how our CASAs are making a difference. We also are here to raise crucial funds to support our work. Thanks to the generosity of supporters like you, Voices for Children served more than 3,000 children in San Diego last year. Later this evening, you will have the chance to participate in a live auction and a virtual Fund a CASA paddle raise, and we would be very grateful for your generous support. As we begin the evening, we have a number of thank yous. Thank you to our sponsors, our visionary sponsor, George Lai and the Lily Lai Foundation. Our presenting sponsor, Annette and Daniel Bradbury. Our impact sponsors, Genentech, MG Properties Group, Qualcomm, and the Rose Foundation. Our advocate sponsors, Bill and Dorian Saylor, Capstone Advisors, and the San Diego Foundation. Our hope sponsors, AlphaCore Wealth Advisory, City National Bank, Finch, Thornton, and Baird, Perkins Coie, the Pulido Walker Foundation, Sempra Energy, and Silvergate Bank. Our starry sponsors, Lynn Gorguz and the Honorable Scott Peters, California Bank and Trust, Coastal Payroll, Dowling and Yankee, Kaiser Permanente, and Paul Plevin, Sullivan, and Connaughton. Thank you also to the many members of our honorary committee. Thank you to the Superior Court of San Diego and to our juvenile court judges in particular, and also to our many community partners. Thank you to our board of directors, and thank you to the San Diego Children's Choir and the Mainly Mozart Youth Orchestra for helping us to kick off our evening through the joy of music. I want to extend a special thank you to our staff at Voices for Children who work hard and do hard work each day because they care deeply about the children we serve. And big shout outs to our team who work tirelessly to create tonight's program. Our staff at Voices for Children regularly shares bright spots with one another, special stories of inspiration. A few weeks ago, one of our staffs shared a story about a 13-year-old boy whose CASA was finally able to visit him in person for the first time recently. As they were parting, the child turned to the CASA and said, "Are you really just for me?" It's because of you that we can help children in foster care to know that there is someone in their life who is really just for them. Thank you. And now it is my great honor to introduce this evening's MCs, Voices for Children's very own Sabrina Gooseby and Sharon Morris.
Good evening and welcome to Starry Starry Night 2020. We are thrilled to have you join us tonight and honored to be your MCs this evening. My name is Sharon Morris and my involvement with Voices for Children began when I became an American citizen in 2009. After hearing the President speak at my ceremony, I felt compelled to give back to community and I found Voices for Children. I volunteered as a CASA for 5 years and was honored to advocate for 2 young siblings and then another case with a 13-year-old girl. Then, in 2015, I was thrilled for the opportunity to join the staff at Voices for Children.
Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sabrina Gooseby, and I have had the privilege of working at Voices for Children for more than 32 years. Whether you've been around Voices for Children as long as I have, or getting introduced to us for the first time this evening, the stories of our children and the difference our court-appointed special advocates make will never get old. I have had the opportunity to see firsthand the impact our CASAs have made and heard countless stories directly from our children that will stay in my heart for a lifetime. And I know there will be something that you see that touches you the same way tonight. This year is Voices for Children's 40th year of service in San Diego County, and it is truly special to think back on the many children whose lives have been changed through our programs.
Today, Voices for Children has more than 1,100 active volunteers serving children in foster care throughout San Diego and Riverside counties. Although we constantly hear from our volunteers that being a CASA is incredibly rewarding, There are many avenues through which we like to honor and recognize our volunteers' dedication.
One of these ways is through our CASA of the Year award. This award honors one CASA who has displayed exceptional advocacy and made a significant difference for the children with whom they are matched. It is my pleasure to announce the 2020 CASA of the Year, Carolina Finch. Carolina has served as a CASA for more than 20 years and has advocated on behalf of 21 children during that time. She has readily taken on several very challenging cases, including large sibling groups. Carolina builds strong relationships with the professionals on her cases, the families of the children she serves, and most importantly, the children themselves. She is admired, respected, trusted, and loved.
We spoke with some of Carolina's former case children and their families, and here's what they had to say about her.
Carolina is an extraordinary CASA. She's got a lot of kids that she cares for, but she is one that will look at the situation and figure out what is going to help this kid the best to succeed.
Carolina is my CASA, but to me she's like a mom. She's been there for me since I was about 14 and just has been a great role model in my life.
She is perfect and I like her because she's nice. I love you, Carolina. Thank you for taking us to other places.
Thank you for taking us to SeaWorld, McDonald's, and other places.
En el tiempo que le tocó estar con nosotros, nos apoyó bastante y yo sé que cualquier situación o cosa que pueda pasar, a lo mejor recibiré el mismo apoyo de ella.
Another thing that makes her an incredible CASA is not only the quantity of children that she has served in her time serving as a CASA, but the quality of care that she gives them. Even if she's off the case, she is still following up. She is still in relationship with those kids.
She takes us to everywhere, like Legoland or Toy Game.
She takes us to do fun things and she helps us a lot.
Carolina, te agradezco eternamente por todo lo que hiciste con mis niños, conmigo, por sacarlos a pasear cuando los tenía, apoyarme, por todo lo que hiciste, Carolina. Mil gracias, Carolina. Un abrazo fuerte.
You have radically changed the lives of the children that you have cared for and supported.
I love you and everything you've done for me. I appreciate everything.
Thank you for what you've done and you've helped us a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I am so honored to receive this award because truly I am the one who has been so blessed to serve in this magical role as a CASA. I have received far more from these amazing children than I think I will ever be able to give back in return. I am constantly astounded by their resolve, determination, resiliency, and their ability to love so freely and unconditionally when that type of love has been so often denied to them. I originally decided to become a CASA because unfortunately, in my work as a paramedic, I would often see firsthand the devastating effects of child abuse or neglect. After one particularly difficult call, I remember seeing an ad to be an advocate with Voices for Children, and I remember thinking, that's something that I can do. One thing I have come to learn about children in foster care is that, like all children, they just want to be noticed. They want to be special to someone, and that's where a CASA comes in. A CASA may be the first adult in a child's life that never becomes angry or abusive with them, and who will always protect and believe in them. We may be the first person to tell them that they can be anything they choose to be, because they are smart and beautiful and unique. And we will help them get there, no matter how hard the challenges may be at times. And when given a chance, these children thrive. They blossom. They go from being the scared, shy, unsure children we first met to becoming confident, fearless, and successful. Because that truly was who they were all along. They just needed someone to believe in them. Thank you.
Incredible. Carolina, you are an inspiration. Congratulations on your well-deserved award. Now it is my pleasure to turn you over to our auctioneer extraordinaire for the night, Clint Bell, to start the live auction.
Sabrina and Sharon, thank you for letting me be with you tonight. I am so excited to be a part of Starry Starry Night and Voices for Children. This is such an incredible organization. Now, if you have had any technological problems whatsoever getting ready to bid, and this is where I recommend you grab yourself a cell phone and your YouTube on your TV so that you can both bid and enjoy the program and watch the results occur. Now, if you've got tech problems, be sure to go to Starry Starry Night at speakupnow.org or give us a call, 760-685-1707. We have got volunteers standing by to help you through any eventuality. We are here tonight to support the incredible work that has been ongoing for the last 40 years right here in San Diego. The great work that Voices for Children does. The great work that our CASAs do for each one of their foster cases. This is an opportunity for you to support them in that mission. So if you need to, I know you've been on your couch for the last 6 months, go and get your drink refilled and get ready for some incredible live auction prizes. Now, take it from me, the best way to do this is to simply set your maximum bid. Find the item that you absolutely have to have, set your maximum bid, and then sit back and watch the fireworks. We would also love to see how you're participating at home, so be sure to snap a photo or have somebody snap a photo of you while you're bidding and hashtag lighting the way. We'll be sure to collect those and share those on our social media page. Now, our opportunity drawing is already off to a fantastic start, and if you'd like, you're welcome to purchase those opportunity tickets right now. We're going to close that and draw the winners at the end of the live auction. Inside of your event program and on the screen in front of you and on the small screen in your hand, you'll have an opportunity to learn all of the details and the descriptions for each item. Now, a couple of these items may have some restrictions or some blackout dates, so please be sure to take note of each and every one of those. Just remember, everything that you bid on tonight will result in more support and more advocacy for our foster kids. So, we are going to get our night started, and we have already got some fabulous bids, but let's take a look at item number 101. Now, in your device on our Friends at One Cause platform, all you have to do, type in the search bar 101 and you're there. This is a private in-home dinner for 8 people from Waters Fine Foods and Catering. Now, in your program, it says it was for 6, but because Waters is such an incredible partner, they have upped that to 8 people. And this is your chance to entertain and host folks. Now, I know during this recent pandemic, many of you have become culinary experts in your very own kitchen, but why not let Waters do a little bit of the work for you? This is an in-home dinner for 8 guests with one of Waters' chefs. They're going to come to your home, prepare a fully customized dinner from start to finish, including a signature cocktail, beautiful appetizers, and a 3-course decadent meal. Your guests will thank you. Waters Fine Foods and Catering is, of course, known for their all-natural, organic cuisine, locally sourced ingredients made from scratch. And this is going to be your treat for you and 7 friends. And don't forget the wine. We can't have a great meal without wine. This package comes with 6 bottles of various varietals of wine to complete your in-home dinner. So, a wonderful opportunity to make it a very special night. Now, we are going to let you know that we're going to have a lot of bidding and a lot of action. Remember, set that maximum bid. Let it do your work for you. And in between each one of these events, we've got an opportunity to say hello to some of our Real Word Youths to recognize all of our event sponsors. The Real Word Youth are absolutely fabulous. They're Voices for Children's Real Word panel, speakers panel made up of youth and young adults who currently live or have lived in foster care. And after being abused, neglected, or abandoned by their parents or caregivers at their presentations, these folks will tell you a little bit more about their experiences in foster care. So let's get started with our very first live auction item. And we're going to go to the big board right now, and it looks like bidder number 658, Marina Morelli, is on the top. And this is your opportunity to bid right now. Marina Morelli is in there at $3,750. And who'd like to jump in and get going a little more? Now, Mark, you're getting outbid. You can't let that happen. Marina is outbidding you currently, and I know that you would rather have that mouth-watering dinner from Waters Fine Foods and Catering. And Diana, don't go away. Anita, you got us started. Don't leave too soon. We're at $3,750 and we don't have all night. So be sure you lock in those bids. Lock them in right now so you don't lose out on this fabulous live auction item. Marina is on top, $3,750. Who'd like to make it $4,000? At $4,000 for up to 8 people, really, you don't even have to worry about splitting the bill. Everything comes out in beautiful fine zeros. Now, if you'd like to make any changes, of course, hire some event and party rentals, that's all up to you, but Waters is going to take care of a gorgeous meal. $3,750 is where we're at right now. Marina's still on top. Anita, James, this is your chance. Diana, don't go away. You have a chance to continue to bid. $3,750, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost there. $3,750. We're looking for 4 at $4,000. If you'd like to put in the bid, now is that chance. Now is that opportunity. Let's find out where we are going to go. $3,750 is a great price. It is a wonderful opportunity to have a celebration. Whether you're celebrating at home, celebrating with friends, or more, this is a great opportunity for you to enjoy and do great work for Voices for Children. $3,750, and we're going to call it. You've got just about 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds now. 30 seconds separates you from a fabulous night. 30 seconds is all you have to bid. We're going to count it down and now about 20 seconds. About 20 seconds now. Now's your chance. Bid high, bid frequently. We've got some wonderful items still to come, but if you're interested in dinner in your home, this is your chance. It's going to count down in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are going to close item number 1. And while we are tabulating the results and finding out just who came out on top for that Waters Fine Food and Catering meal, take a look at our first real word video.
My name is Vanessa. I'm 18 years old, and I've been in the foster care system for 10 years. I would like to express my gratitude to tonight's visionary and presenting sponsors. I have had my CASA for the past 7.5 years, and she has had an enormous impact on my educational success. In fact, as a recent graduate of the Bishop's High School in La Jolla, I am currently an incoming freshman at UCLA, and this would not be without the presence of my CASA in my life. Your generosity helps ensure that more foster youth like me will have the support of a CASA volunteer. So once again, thank you for supporting Voices for Children.
All right, everybody. Well, we are going to confirm that bidder number 658, the incredible Marina Morelli, is going to take home Waters Fine Food and Catering. Congratulations, Marina. That is going to be an absolutely fabulous dinner. Let's take a look at item number 102. I know, as all of us visited that tropical isle we call our back porch, we were dreaming of bluer waters. This next one is a week in the Honolulu Bay Dream House. This is in the beautiful tropical island of Kauai. This one is for a full week, perfectly located, adjacent to the breathtaking Honolulu Bay on the gorgeous north shore of Kauai with gorgeous mountain views and the town of Honolulu just a short stroll away. This incredible home is spacious enough to accommodate 12 guests, has 5 bedrooms, 2 staterooms, and 4.5 bathrooms. This home is filled with absolutely everything you need for a memorable beach week in Kauai with family or friends. Or if you like that whole social distancing thing, maybe just go by yourself. If the house sleeps 12, you got plenty of room to go and enjoy the beach. A very special thank you to Lainey and Alex Zikakis for bringing this to us. This one, an opportunity for you to get away to Kauai. And let's check out the big board. It looks like Leah is up there and ready to go at $8,000. $8,000 is our bid, and who'd like to make it 9? How about $9,000 for an entire week in Kauai with just you and your family? Maybe invite some friends over, enjoy those tropical sandy beaches, enjoy all that the Garden Isle has to offer. And I am told that they removed all the dinosaurs after the last Jurassic Park filming, so you are guaranteed to be safe. This is an incredible Garden Isle. The green, lush, verdant hills paired with that beautiful blue water, and of course, it's all of the aloha spirit you've come to love. This one is at Kauai right now, $8,000. $9,000, and Leah is on the top. Let's see if anybody else. Eric, I know there's an opportunity for you here. At $7,000 you are in. Leah's going to take it for $8,000, but how much, Eric, is your peace of mind worth? Is it worth another $1,000? I do believe that it is. Let's make it $9,000. $9,000, and you could be jumping in those coastal waters, enjoying that beautiful island breeze, the wonderful foods, the fruits. You know that you want to be in Kauai. $8,000 is where we at. Who'd like to jump in and make it $9,000? Go ahead and press that button right now, set that maximum bid level, and simply let the device bid on your behalf while you sit and enjoy this incredible presentation and all the great work that you're doing for Voices for Children. Imagine that device could be bidding for you, and you could be sitting on a beach in Kauai in the short future. Now's your opportunity at $8,000. This one valued well over $10,000. Your chance to get away. Remember, it sleeps 12, 2 primary staterooms, and you're going to have plenty of room to spread out and enjoy. Gourmet kitchen. You're going to be absolutely thrilled with these accommodations. $8,000 is where we're at, and we're only going to give you about 1 minute and 30 seconds left to bid. $8,000 is where we want to be. How about $9,000? Let's make it $9,000. $9,000, Beth, don't go away. You still have an opportunity to bid. This is your chance. Is it going to be Beth? Is it going to be Eric? Is it going to be Leah? We just don't know. Somebody is going to get away to Kauai. Let's jump in there now. You've got just about 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute separates you from paradise. Just 1 minute. And every time that you're sitting on that beach enjoying that gorgeous sunset, know that you have helped some incredible kids right here in San Diego. So bid high, bid frequently, and take the opportunity to treat yourself to 1 week in Kauai. $8,000 is where we are. Now, how about $8,500? Anybody want to jump in? Make $8,500 happen. It's something that you could do. Make $9,000 happen. Heck, put in $10,000 and let all of the other competition fade away like the sun as it dips into the Pacific. You've got just about 45 seconds remaining. Just about 45 seconds remaining until we close this item. This is item number 102. Your chance to get away to Kauai. And right now, Leah is on the bid at $8,000. Anybody else want to jump in there? Do we have 9? Yes, it looks like we have got $9,000. $9,000. Very nicely done at $9,000, and it's going to come right down to the wire. How about another 20 seconds? 20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining, and $9,000 was the bid. Who'd like to jump in and make it 10? $10,000, Shauna. All you have to do is go just a little bit higher. Very nicely done. Kelly and Mark chose. Oh, this is getting exciting. You might just find yourselves in Kauai. I'm going to give you a 10-second count. 10, 9, 8, 7. Now's a chance to raise your bid. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are all closed down right now. Phenomenal job to each and every one of you on the bidding. It got exciting there at the end. And while we tabulate those results, let's hear from one more of our real-world speakers.
Hi, my name is Priscilla, and I am 20 years old. I want to thank all of the Impact and Advocate sponsors. Thank you for ensuring that this year's Starry Starry Night will be a success. I have spent 15 years of my life in foster care. I can't imagine what it would have been like to go through foster care without my court-appointed special advocate, Denise. When you donate to Voices for Children, you are ensuring that kids like me are going to be partnered up with a CASA volunteer. Thank you.
Wow, that got exciting right there at the end. Now listen, if you were on your couch biting your nails, waiting to find out who won, take my advice. Don't wait that long. Put that maximum bid in and let it happen. And it looks like at $9,000, it looks like Kelly Chose is going to take it home. Kelly, you're going to have an absolutely fabulous time out there in Kauai. All right, let's take a look at item number 103. Item number 103 takes us to the Central Coast right here in California. This is a Folded Hills Ranch VIP tour plus a stay at the Ritz-Carlton. You are going to get to join owners Kim and Andy Bush for an exclusive VIP tour of Folded Hills Vineyard. This one is phenomenal. It's a ranch, an estate, and a tasting room all in one. You and up to 4 friends will meet the owners right there at their homestead. Then you're going to jump in an off-road RTV to kick off a tour of this incredible property. After driving through the hillside vineyard, you'll get to get up close and personal with Folded Hills' very own team of Clydesdales, as well as George the Camel and Zazu the Zebra. When was the last time you saw Clydesdales zebras, and camels all frolicking together. Well, you're going to have the opportunity at Folded Hills. You're going to have your own personal wine steward. You'll taste the brand new vintages, and you're going to get the chance to taste some of those member-only wines on a private lakeside dock. Folded Hills wines are absolutely fabulous. They are handcrafted in small batches, grown organically, following the biodynamic calendar, and truly express the best of the Santa Ynez Rhone varietals. This is an incredible opportunity. Is also going to get you 2 nights of 5-star accommodations at the Ritz-Carlton in Bacara, Santa Barbara. You are going to get to escape to tranquility. 2 beaches, 3 infinity edge pools, and a world-renowned spa await you. An exclusive escape and priceless opportunity is going to go to you. If you're the highest bidder, we want to say thank you so very much to Kim and Andy Bush and to Folded Hills Vineyard. Now let's just check in and see where we are at right now. It looks like $5,500 is the leading bid, and this one from a guest. Somebody invited a friend. That's fantastic. We encourage you to do the same thing. Heck, if they want to get registered, just let them set up and be lighting the way to 243-725. Send them a quick note, get them registered, and they're ready to rock and roll. $5,500 is where we are at, and it looks like we are off to a wonderful race. Mark, you've got it in there as well. Keith, you're jumping in there. Make sure it happens for you. $5,500, and who'd like to take it up? Let's see if we can make that $6,000. Why not? Oh my gosh, and there it is. $6,000. Nicely done, Mark, not to be outdone. Let's take it up to $65,000. At $6,500, and now we are on a roll. $6,500. This is where we want to be. Who's going to jump in? $6,500. $6,500 right now, Mark. You are winning, and you are winning such a fabulous experience. Let's make it $65,000. Anybody want to jump in and make it $65,000? $6,500. All of you right now, look down. If you've not yet had an opportunity to taste these wines, they are exquisite. You will find it is one of the most beautiful examples of how running an organic farm using that biodynamic calendar can really yield excruciatingly wonderful results. So you are at $6,500. That's where we want to be. $6,000 is our top bid. Mark, you're on there. Let's make it $6,500. And who is going to join and go and visit Kim and Andy Bush at Folded Hills Vineyard? This one is at $6,000. We're going to give you about 1 minute and 45 seconds left to bid. 1 minute and 45 seconds until it's all in and all over. And the next time that you're going to taste Folded Hills is going to have to be when you purchase it from somebody that you know. At $6,500, who wants to jump in? Now's your chance. $65,000, where are we going to go? This is going to count it down. We've got just about 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. If you have got a glass of wine in your hand, if you enjoy wine, or if you'd love to explore some new regions, this is a fabulous opportunity. And did I mention they have a zebra? That's right, Zazu the zebra is going to be there waiting for you so that you can taste wine with a zebra right there next to you. How cool is that opportunity? Thank you, Kim and Andy, for bringing it to us. How about $6,500? Anybody else want to jump in? At $6,500, you've got 1 minute. Just 1 minute remaining. 1 minute now until it's all in and all done. Right there in the Central Coast, not too far away, a wonderful escape. And did we mention the Ritz-Carlton? 5-star accommodations for 2 nights await you. Just get away, enjoy a little wine tasting, and enjoy some beautiful scenery. $6,500. Anybody else want to jump in? Can we outdo Mark? Can we? I think we can. $6,500, and where's it going to go? You've got just about 30 seconds. 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds, and that's all you've got. 30 seconds now. And now we're going to start counting it down in 20 seconds. 20 seconds, Mark, you've done a fantastic job. Keith, don't go away. And to that very special guest of Katie's, please jump in there and make that $6,500 bid. You've got about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to close down item number 103. And while we tabulate the results, let's hear from one more of our real word folks.
Good evening. My name is Anthony and I'm 19 years old. I want to say thank you to our Hope and Starry sponsors for supporting Voices for Children through this year's Starry Starry Night. I've had my CASA Daniel for 5 years now. He has done a great job at listening to me, advocating for me, and supporting me through my time in foster care. Through your gifts, Voices for Children will be able to serve even more youth who need a CASA of their own. Thank you once again for supporting Voices for Children.
Anthony, thank you, and thank you to all of our sponsors. You are helping to make this night and so many more possible. Now, I am excited to tell you that in the last 20 seconds of bidding, it was a shootout between Keith and Kim Shores and Mark Britton, but Mark ended up on top at a final bid of $7,000. Very nicely done. Excellent bidding. I hope you are refreshing your screens because that was a nail biter at the end. Now, let's take a look at our next live auction item. This is item number 104. This is a San Diego sunset cruise on the beautiful Halcyon Seas. This is a 70-foot custom motor yacht, and this is a cruise for up to 12 people. This is a gorgeous Marlowe Explorer. It is a vessel that has incredible spaces for entertaining inside and out. It's got a comfortable central gathering space and makes an incredible setting for an unforgettable evening with family and friends. Of course, you'll be treated to the beautiful San Diego Bay, get to enjoy the Point Loma coastline like never before, and while you are on board, you're going to get some gourmet appetizers and a charcuterie board from our good friends at Waters Catering, along with wines from Nancy and David Doyle's private collection. A huge thank you to Penny Robbins and Mike Ryan from Halcyon Seas Charters, and to Nancy and David Doyle. This one, a wonderful opportunity. And here's the greatest thing about knowing friends that have a boat. It means you don't have to own one yourself. All the fun, all the love of being out there on the water, but you don't have to do any of the driving because it's going to be taken care of for you. Remember, this is for 12 people, and let's take a look. Right now, it looks like Marina Morelli is on the top at $4,500. $4,500. Who'd like to take it up and make it somewhere in the lines of, let's say, $5. Anyone want to jump in there and make it $5 or $5.25 if you feel the passion? Now's your opportunity. 12 friends out on the water. A family opportunity for you to see the San Diego coastline slip by as you enjoy the sunset. Enjoy great wines and fantastic food. Now remember, don't wait until the very end. This is your chance. Set that maximum bid. You know you want to be out there. Have a Titanic moment out there on the San Diego Bay with you on the bow of the boat, just singing your heart out and enjoying this wonderful opportunity to cruise on Halcyon Seas. This is an opportunity that you won't soon forget. Right now, $4,500 of Marina's on the bid. Let's see who else would like to join. James, if you're out there, this is your chance. I know you could be there. You want to be out there on the bay. You want to see those gorgeous sea lions swimming and frolicking. You want to enjoy all that San Diego has to offer from the water, and this is your chance to do so. It is a 70-foot Marlowe Explorer, and these are absolutely gorgeous boats. Very stable. If you get a little bit motion sickness, you don't even have to worry about it. This boat has got it all. Looks like we've got another bid. James, yeah, you're in there, buddy. Nicely done. $5,250, and let's see who wants to make it $57.5. At $57.50. $57.50 is where we want to be. That's our new bid price. Now's the chance. Take that bid and run with it. At $57.50, James, very nicely done. We're going to give you about 1 minute and 20 seconds. Just about 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining on the Halcyon Seas. This is a great opportunity for you to get out and enjoy. James jumped right on in there. Let's make it $57.50. Anybody else want to join in on the fun? Now remember, it takes more than 2 people to make an exciting auction. So if you are sitting on your couch waiting on the sidelines, this is it. This is the 9th inning. This is when the bullpen coach is calling you in to finish it out. The Halcyon Seas is a wonderful way to explore. Right now, $52.50. James in the lead. Who's going to make it $57.5? $57.5, and anybody want to jump in there and make it go at $57.50? $57.50, now is that chance. $57.50 and make that bid. $52.5. We're going to start counting it down now. We are under 1 minute remaining. Under 1 minute remaining for you to bid, and this is your chance. This is your opportunity. You've got just about 30 seconds. Just about 30 seconds right now. Lock in that bid, press that button, and while you're enjoying the beautiful bay, you know that you've done a great thing for foster youth right here in San Diego. $5,250, is that where we're going to leave it? Or can we jump in at $5,750? And there's a new player in the water. Very nicely done, Mark. Let's jump in and make it go again. Make it happen. Anybody that'd like to bid, now's your chance. Come on, Mark. Come on, Randy. Look at how are we going. Randy Finch jumping in there. We're at $6,000. Very nicely done. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done right there at the end. Congratulations and a great job to all of the bidders, but one of you is going to have that lucky trip aboard the Halcyon Seas. Until then, let's take a look and take a listen to another one of our Real Word Kids.
A huge thank you to this year's sponsors, In Kind and Media, for supporting children in foster care. and for making this year's Starry Starry Night possible. When I first entered foster care, I felt alone and afraid. That is until my CASA Denise came into the picture. Having a CASA is so important because it's so important to have somebody there and have a consistent person in your life who's on your side. Every gift made to Voices for Children helps a child in foster care feel a sense of stability and comfort in the form of a CASA volunteer. Thank you.
All right, that was an absolute fabulous ending to our auction. Now, I'm going to replay that for you. So where we left off, Mark jumped in at $5,250. Then Marina Morelli jumped in at $6,000. Then Randy Finch jumped in again. And then Randy jumped in at $7,500 only to be outdone by Marina Morelli, coming out on top at $8,250 for that fabulous yachting experience in San Diego Bay. Congratulations. That one came down to the wire. All right, folks, our last live auction item. This is item number 105. We have certainly saved one of the best for last. This is a week stay in a private residence at the luxurious Four Seasons in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This one valued at $20,000. If you haven't been yet to Jackson Hole, you are absolutely missing out. Whether you travel in the winter or travel during the summer, Jackson Hole does not disappoint. The tranquil waters of the Snake River flow through. The gorgeous Teton Mountains are your background. This is going to be a one-week stay in a two-bedroom private residence at the Four Seasons Jackson Hole. This continually is selected as one of the top resorts in the country. You have got, of course, all of the fun of the ski area in this lodge-style residence, generously sized, complete with furnishings and a cozy gas fireplace. It has 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a full kitchen, dining and living room, and for those of you who can't wait to do laundry on vacation, we've got you taken care of. It's got a washer and dryer. You've got the only ski-in, ski-out access, 5-star accommodations at Jackson Hole Mountain Resort, and this is voted the best skiing in North America. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, the skiing is absolutely the best you'll ever have. Your week-long stay includes full access to all of the Four Seasons amenities. So let's take a look and see where we are at. Remember, $20,000 value, and it looks like we've got a $12,000 bid up there right now. Yes, Norman, very nicely done at $12,000. Eric and Patricia, you might just have a chance. It's not too far away. Let's make it 13. How about $13,000 and let's get away to Jackson Hole together. Let's make $13,000 happen. 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, and ski-in, ski-out accommodations. Now, maybe you're not a skier. That's okay. The lodge is absolutely gorgeous. Or maybe you'd like to visit in a warmer time. The Snake River is a wonderful place to raft, to fish, just to sit on the shore and be inspired. Norman, you are on and ready for a great time. $12,000 is where Norman is. Let's make it 13. How about $13,000? $13,000. This is our last live auction item. Your last opportunity to get away into the beautiful Tetons. This is your chance. $13,000 is all it takes. Norman's ready to go. He's excited. I think he's just got his finger waiting right over the button to outbid you. So let's see how far we can take it at $13,000. Who'd like to jump in? $13,000. You've got about 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining to bid in this last auction item, item number 105. Get yourself away to the beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming in the gorgeous Four Seasons residence. $13,000, not too cheap of a price to pay. Let's jump in, let's make it happen. Norman's in there at 12. We've got just about 1 minute and 10 seconds. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining before we close it down for this, our last live auction item, a wonderful opportunity for you to escape. You've got now about 1 minute. 1 more minute. Just 1 minute remaining until it's all in and it's all done. Norman's doing a fabulous job. This is a great opportunity for you to get away. And if we get a high enough bid, we might just have the opportunity to send 2 people. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but I can tell you it's bigger than where we are. $12,000 is where we need our at, and we need to be a little higher, and then we might just give you a second opportunity. So if you're in bidding position number 2 and you're losing to Norman right now, you might just get the opportunity. If you continue to bid it up, you've got just about 45 seconds. Just about 45 seconds remaining, and that's all we've got time for. 45 seconds. We've got some more wonderful stories and great opportunities to share with you in just a few moments. But right now, all of the focus, all of the attention is on Jackson Hole. Norman, you're doing a great job. Anybody want to jump in there? Let's make it 13. Let's go to 14. In fact, if you'd like to just quiet the competition and go to $20,000 right here and now, that's retail. Right now, you're getting a discount and you're doing it for a great cause. $12,000 is a fabulous bid. Anybody else want to jump in? We've got just about 20 seconds. 20 seconds remaining until we are all in and all done on our very last live auction item. This is item number 105. You've got just about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Congratulations to all of our bidders. We're going to get those results tallied up right here, and we had a lot of fun. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us in our live auction. Thank you for supporting Voices for Children. Without you, we simply could not do it. So as we get those results tabulated, we are going to look in, and it looks like Norman's bid of $12,000 might just hold in there strong. Last moments are coming together. Let's just find out. And it looks like, yes, it looks like Norman is going to do it at $12,000. Congratulations, Norman. You are in for a fabulous experience. Now, sadly, only one person is going to get to go and enjoy, and that's going to be Norman, because he was the high bidder at $12,000. Very, very nicely done. It is now my opportunity to tell you that our opportunity drawing is now closed. We're going to bring you the winners of those at the end of the program. So sit back, enjoy. We've got some more wonderful opportunities to share, wonderful stories to share as well. So I'm going to turn it back over to the two co-hostesses, the mistresses of ceremonies, the dynamic duo, Sharon and Sabrina.
Clint, that was so much fun to watch. Congratulations to all of the winning bidders, and thank you for participating in our live auction.
Now comes the most important part of the evening. What you're about to watch is a video taking a closer look at one of our CASAs of the Year's cases. Before we begin, we want to note for our audience that some of the content of this video may not be suitable for young children. The trauma our youth have experienced is often painful to hear, but it is their reality. So without further ado, we are honoured to be able to share Austin's story with you this evening.
It was Christmas Eve. I was out doing what most people would be doing on Christmas Eve, celebrating with friends and family, when I heard the ring of the emergency cell phone. It was Carolina, the CASA, on the other end. At that point, Carolina began to share with me that she was visiting children that she was formally assigned to as in her CASA role, and that she was there giving the family presents, providing them an extra layer of love and support during the holidays.
Showed up at their door. You know, I was full of anticipation. I was going to get to see the kids and see the smiles on their faces. I was so excited, and I knew that they would be excited too. So I knocked on the door. Austin and his brothers and his sisters, they came up, they hugged me. They were so excited because I had my bags of presents. And suddenly, one of Austin's little brothers came stumbling out from a dark hallway. And as a paramedic, I knew immediately that he was in severe, severe trouble medically. I had to do something.
We spent some time talking the situation through and trying to map out what the next logical best steps would be in order to best support the children and in order to ensure that the children were going to be safe.
I was so glad to have somebody from Voices for Children that I could explain what was going on. And I told him, I said, Stephen, this is an emergency. This is an emergency. I said, this child is close to death. I made a report to CPS stating what I had seen on Christmas Eve, and the children, all of the siblings, were brought back into foster care, and I requested to again be their CASA.
You read a report
and you say, how could anybody live in these conditions? You read about the state of the home and the rodents and the bugs and the lack of food.
When I was first sent over Austin's case, I was able to read a lot about his history. And the trauma that he experienced literally went back to almost the day he was born.
He was placed in a position where he was trying to protect younger siblings who he couldn't protect because he had a mom and dad who were abusing them. How do you stand up to a mom and dad when you're 7 or 8 years old?
Austin had been through so much abuse and so much neglect in his life at the hands of his parents. Longer and more so than any of his siblings because he was the oldest.
I can't imagine what it would be to be that young and to be abused like that. And to watch a sibling, a little innocent baby, be abused by your parents. This is what his reality was. This is what his childhood was.
So one of the things that I found was most important for Austin as his CASA is that he had always been the big brother to his siblings.
Well, when a child enters foster care, if there's a group of siblings, you could be separated not only from your mom and dad, but you're losing your siblings too. And especially with abused and neglected children, sibling relationships are very, very tight. They have each other.
I think with Austin, one of the things that got him through those long periods of being separated from his siblings is that I would tell him, listen, honey, I'm going to come pick you up next week. And I'm going to take your brothers and sisters, and we're all going to go out and we're going to have a day of fun.
The CASA is always there. It's the one constant. And the other nice thing is the constant that isn't confined to a court hearing. They go visit, they go on outings. It's very highly personal. Such as Austin. I know he loves football. I wouldn't know that if it wasn't for a CASA.
He was placed in a home, a foster home, where there were all teenage boys who had some issues. And one boy became physically abusive to him. He would punch him in the face. And I couldn't sleep. It took a few days to get him moved, and every night, knowing how scared he was, because he hid underneath the bed, he lined up his army soldiers at the door to keep this child from coming in and harming him. And at that time, I was the only grown-up in his life that told him, I am going to help you. I'm going to have you placed with your siblings in a safer place. And that's what I did. That's what I did as a CASA. I advocated for him.
Carolina had called and asked if he could come spend a weekend. And the next morning, he said, I don't want to leave. He goes, can I stay? He goes, can I live with you guys and be with my sisters? He just wanted to stay, and he was part of the family. He belonged, you know?
They said, we want to adopt these children. We're going to be their family forever. And I could not have been happier as a CASA.
Miracle. It's a miracle. The last report I read is he was thriving. That's amazing to me.
The date finally was given that the children would be allowed to be adopted. It's a special day. The judge brings the family into his office. It's a very special day. And they walked in there with their t-shirts, and on the back it said, we are family. And they knew that after that day, legally, they would become a family.
There's nobody that can take them away again. They get to stay permanently somewhere. So they get to be part of something besides the ugliness that they went through. They get to feel loved and wanted.
It was the most glorious day. I will never forget it. And I know that the kids will never forget that day. Austin will never, ever forget that day. I can guarantee you that was probably the most special day of his life.
What an amazing story. And we need more of those moments. We need our foster youth to enjoy more of those opportunities to become a family. Now is your chance to help us do just that. Help us with a child who has been abused, abandoned, or neglected. Your chance to give a foster child a life-saving advocacy of a CASA starts right now. You can change the trajectory of a life and give a foster child a voice and a chance to speak up. Austin is one person, but more than 3,500 children will spend time in foster care in San Diego County this year. 3,500 children who have been removed from their families and from their homes as a result of abuse or neglect. This is your chance, your opportunity to support the vital and life-saving work of one of our volunteers by funding a CASA. We are so excited this evening to offer this opportunity. And if you haven't yet had the opportunity to take a look at your bidding device, do so now. Simply take a look at that bidding device, give us a text, give us a call, send us an email. If you'd like, we still accept checks. That's still a valid form of currency for this. We would love each and every donation, no matter how large or how small. And I am so excited to say thank you to the Psalm Family Foundation for getting us started this evening. They have made a gift of $150,000. What an incredible way to get started, to fund more of the work and more of the opportunities for CASAs. Now, we have got some wonderful people who have decided to join, and their names are mentioned just behind us on the screen. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to make a donation and make an impact. But we've got two individuals with us right here in studio that have experience, not only running the programs and being a part of the lives, but also being a CASA themselves. So Sabrina, you've had about 32 years at Voices for Children. COVID-19 has been absolutely devastating across the board, and it's so critically and important that our kids maintain connection. How has COVID-19 affected some of the operations?
Unlike a lot of other programs, we've been able to fully transform our program and continue to do exactly what we do per our mission, based on our staff's ability to be creative and flexible. We're really excited that we've been able to collaborate with other agencies to achieve their goals and ensure all our children's needs are being met. A virtual advocacy guide was developed to assist CASAs with resources and virtual visitation guidance. We've also changed our information sessions, interviews, Advocate University, and other things that we do to a virtual format. Once the court was opened back up, our CASAs have begun to appear telephonically. Thanks to special donors, we've been able to do graduation gift cards and backpacks, school supplies that we've been able to distribute in the Voices for Children parking lot to our CASAs for their youth.
That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome work, and so wonderful that donations and those that have chosen to give have been able to help. And speaking of those that have given, I just want to say a huge thank you. George and Merrill Young have contributed at $5,000. Thank you guys so very, very much. David and Nancy Doyle, Mark Bruton, thank you so very much at that $5,000 level. At $4,000, Keith and Kim Shores, thank you so very much. Andrea and Greg Mosier, thank you so very much at $5,000. And these donations continue to come in. Michael Martin, thank you so much. These are happening right now. This is absolutely awesome. Sharon, what does it mean to be a CASA? What is that personal experience?
So being a consistent, caring adult in these abused children's lives truly changed my life and their lives. My siblings were 5 and 7 when I first became their CASA, and their worldly possessions fit into 2 plastic supermarket bags. When I saw them at my first meeting with them, I called my mother in England the very next day, and I apologized for everything I had ever done as a teenager. I realized how lucky and cared for and loved I had been. I never took my parents, my friends, or a kind gesture or word from anyone for granted again. After 5 years of living in foster care, moving to a different state, and then back again to San Diego after 2 letdowns at permanency, my 2 siblings were adopted here in San Diego, and they remain with that loving family to this day. I lost touch with them for a couple of years when they moved to Los Angeles, But just before her 16th birthday in July, my young girl found me on Facebook and asked to call me. She called because she wanted to tell me thank you and that it was important to her for me to know that foster care was a horrible time for them, but my weekly visits were the thing that they looked forward to. She said I made it bearable and that I was like a second mum to them. All I did was show up. I gave a little of my time each week to take 2 kids who'd been traumatized and neglected for an ice cream, and I told them that they were special. And as a special treat, they are watching this evening. Hello, Devin and Alex.
That is awesome. And just the opportunity to tell somebody that they mean something. That is amazing. Sharon, thank you for your service as a CASA, and thank you for your continued service at Voices. We are seeing so many wonderful donations come in. Jessica Ryan, thank you so very much. Rolf Bernershka, thank you so very much, Rolf. A $10,000 gift. That is absolutely incredible. We are making huge impacts. We have been able to serve the San Diego community for 40 years. And Sabrina, I know that you really have a passion for helping some of our foster youth tell their stories. Tell us a little bit about some of your real word kiddos.
I would love to. Thank you. Voices for Children started the Real Word program in 2001, and we've been working with some incredible young men and women since then. In fact, in honor of our 40th anniversary, we're going to be bringing back some of our former Real Word members who are now in their 30s, working, married, and with children of their own, and they're going to come together for a Real Word reunion panel. We recently met, and it absolutely brought tears to my eyes as they shared where they are now with our staff, who were of course so impressed and blown away by them. Like the mother hen, I just listened and smiled as my babies spoke. Whenever I have a difficult day at Voices and think about the tragedy our children face, I am constantly reminded of the life-changing work our CASAs do by just thinking about any of our Real Word youth. In fact, I keep their notes, their graduation announcements, and pictures in my office, which always helps me focus on the great work and not the sadness. They all talk about how their lives would be so different had they not had their CASAs and Voices for Children, a true testament of our work.
That is absolutely incredible. And thank you so much, both of you, for caring and for pouring out your hearts and your love to these incredible kids. I want to say thank you to Dave and Diana Bialis as well jumping in. Susan Howe, thank you so very, very much. Your incredible, incredible donations are continuing to make this happen. Each and every one of you, just by being here tonight, is helping us to further our mission. We have raised a lot of money tonight to support the CASA program at Voices for Children, and we are so grateful and appreciative of each and every person who has virtually raised their paddle, or if you've purchased an auction item. And if you didn't get a chance to participate tonight, our donation page will be open until the end of the week, Friday, October 9th, at which point we will also share with you the wonderful news and announce the total funds raised. I know one thing, it's going to be a significant, big number. All right, now I would love the opportunity to name and see some of our opportunity drawing winners. This is it. If you purchase an opportunity drawing tickets, we are going to share those 7 winners right now on your screen. So take a look. Congratulations to our winners. Very nicely done. Thank you all for making a difference tonight. Now, we couldn't end our evening without something celebratory. 40 years is a long time to serve the community. 40 years of changing lives. 40 years of CASAs making a difference. 40 years of programs and hearing those stories. So I hope that you'll join me at home. Pop the cork on that bottle of champagne from the Gala to Go packages. Or if you've already popped that one, open up another one. Listen, Sabrina and Sharon, thank you both for all of your incredible work and for all the wonderful advocacy you've provided over the last 40 years and for making it possible for Voices for Children and our amazing supporters. Good night, everybody. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for tuning in. And don't forget, your opportunity to give doesn't end until October 9th. Have a great night, everyone.
Have a great night.
Cheers.